point, he may make a move up those rankings, but he's just never took that next step forward.
Well, look, he took his rookie lumps, but overall, he showed a lot of promise and just needs to continue to work on those fundamentals.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Oliver is out there with Curry, and it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And for San Antonio, in the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Devin Vassell out there with Jeremy Sohan. And it's Bassey in at the center, locking down the middle. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And with the way he's been playing, I'd say he's already got one hand on the trophy. He's done everything that's been asked of him and more. He's earned the respect not just from his fellow rookies, but from most of the veterans around the league as well.
Now, MP, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. The coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Nailed from three-point land. And what a year it's been for MP. A clear Rookie of the Year favorite and in the conversation, believe it or not, for MVP.
Just an astonishing debut season for MP. He'd be in historic company if he was able to take home both of those trophies this year.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
To the paint, here's Bassey. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
MP deciding where to go with it. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of basketball. Right side Curry. Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Right side Curry. Releases from 15, and it's good for 2.
And the lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Paul against MP. Paul, no one around him. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And stolen by Vassell. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That time, Vassell looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
MP outside. Three-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. MP's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors. On the top of the Rookie of the Year watch list, we see MP's name. He has really been impressive.
And before he stepped on an NBA floor, expectations were already high. So to see him actually deliver, it's exactly what his team was hoping he could add to the franchise.
And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by San Antonio. Curry wide open. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Pass to Bassey. To the middle. Here's Castle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? They set the pick. The drive by MP. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Pass to Castle. Off target from outside. The Warriors leading. From past the arc. And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
Good instincts from MP. That kind of passing wins the respect of your teammates.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Ball against Curry. Ball left side. 5 on the clock from 18 feet away. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And it's the way Paul controls his body and gets into a position to shoot. Amazing.
Here's MP. He's got 8. Green with a screen for MP. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kevon Looney out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's MP. And it's Payton in its small forward. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pelicans was outstanding. He picked up 39 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Warriors leading by 6. Down low, here's Oliver. MP finishes inside.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Here's Branham. He's defended by Podziemski. Johnson inside. Kuminga on him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keldon Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Charles Bassey, Devin Vassell, Jordan McLaughlin.
Warriors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Podziemski. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Barnes screen on Kuminga. Here's Johnson. Pass to McLaughlin. Nobody near Barnes. Drills the three-pointer.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
MP outside. 1:53 left in the first half. The three. Barnes grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So, here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
And the Spurs with some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Johnson. Castle comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Paul subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Peyton. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
MP outside. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Beyond the arc. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Elbow shot. And it's Paul missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. MP outside. Outside Curry. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Oliver's got 5 assists in the game. And that one is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be right back after this.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, sitting in first place, they've taken care of business. But the playoffs fast approaching. They're where they need to be.
And we'll see. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Golden State Warriors. And that is it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Sohan is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Bassey in at the 5. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to dominance. It saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
There from Jimmy Butler. You don't want to anger him.
Curry against Paul. To the inside. Castle. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Green kicks to Butler. Green inside, defended by Sohan. Curry passes to MP. Crops in the layup for two. Oliver's got 5 points in the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Vassell outside. Pass to Sohan. Here's Castle. Off target with his three.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now, here's MP. He's got 26. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by MP. MP's got his 7th assist here tonight. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Kuminga comes in for...
Foot in the gas, MP.
So it's the Spurs now. Johnson finds Barnes. They set the pick. And the three off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Butler out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's MP. And it's Rose in at the point. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Here's Branham. Johnson outside. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Back to Butler from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Oliver's got his 9th assist in the game now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Mamu Kelishvili passes to Johnson. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
On the wing, MP. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it. Barnes looking around. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. And he comes up with the deuce. Mamukelashvili has got his first 2 points of the night. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. MP outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. They swipe it. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, passing may not be a highlight of Branham's game, but he's not a selfish guy who will just force his own shot.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Butler on the way. Back to MP. Count that one. 31 points for MP.
And that was good defense there, but in the end, MP's offense just a little better.
Here's Champagnie. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to this storied season one more time.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
We see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win.
Joe, let's start with you.
Another great game against a fellow top rookie, and it looks like you're a lock to take home Rookie of the Year honors. So with the season winding down and looking back on everything you've accomplished so far, where does dominating your rookie class rank?
You know, Joe, I don't know if I can rank it, but that's been a goal of mine from the beginning. 82 games is a marathon, not a sprint, and having smaller goals along the way helps you keep your eyes on the ones that can sometimes feel distant.
All right.
Thank you.
MP. Come on, MP. That's what I'm talking about.
Popcorn for a meal? She could have given you more than that. Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
That suit?
Yeah.
This arena?
Yeah. This thing, Jen, was clear about the target for that? The subject line of the email was teams we team up with. What's there to be unclear about?
killing me. When's the last time you did that?
Playing the media game to perfection. You won yourself some fans
What's
just
up,
now.
MP? MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
News is out, courtesy of Shams. MP is your new regular season MVP. I tried to tell you guys, but you wouldn't listen. MP is by far the best player in the NBA.
I have been saying MP is the MVP for as long as you have.
Lies.
No, actually, I do think Russ brought it up before you.
Shut it, Toby.
What? I'm defending you.
I don't need your help, Toby. It makes me look weak.
Russ, there is nothing wrong with being weak. In fact, as the great poet John Donne once said, no man is an island. Every man is a piece unto himself.
Right.
Part of the continent. A part of the main.
Says the man who can't bench his own body weight.
Okay, you know what? I told you that in confidence, and I am working on it. Okay?
Not that hard, obviously.
You know what? I'm not doing poetry for you anymore.
Aww.
Okay?
Nah, but we love the poetry,
Nope.
Toby.
No more.
You guys mind if I say something, since this is my show and all?
Floor is all yours, buddy.
Thank you so much. Toby, you are my sister's husband, and I love you. But if you ever mention poetry again on this show, on my show, much less misquote poetry, I will not only fire you, but I will make sure that you never work in this industry again. Are we clear?
You wouldn't do that.
Oh,
first
don't
of all.
push me, Toby. And Russ, you may have seen the light eventually, but I was the only one beating the MP is MVP drum since the second this season started.
Oh, okay. I think that's a little premature
Yeah, see,
to make
I
that
called
call,
it first,
don't you?
And you doubted me.
Whatever, man. You can have this.
Thank you. And I'd like to close by saying, not only is MP MVP of this league, but he is MVP of our hearts.
Ooh.
How's that for poetry, Toby?
It's no John Donne, but, it's fine.
It is a Jalen Murphy original, though.
Bars.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, making his first public appearance since being named NBA Rookie of the Year, MP.
What's up, fellas?
The first of many, I'm sure.
You can only win one Rookie of the Year, Toby. When you're a rookie.
No, Jalen, I was saying...
You do know what a rookie is, don't you?
Yes, I know what a rookie is. I'm saying it's the first of his appearances. He's going to make many more appearances.
Yeah, sure you are, buddy. That makes perfect sense. Toby never played ball.
Yeah, it's true. He's never even touched a basketball.
No, Toby never played. We're doing this again. Okay, great. Thank you.
MP, you know what rookie means, don't you?
A first-year player.
You see, Toby? This guy knows ball.
Ding, 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 ding.
I guess I'm the Jalen Murphy show Rookie of the Year, too, huh?
Oh, yes, you are. Let's talk about this honor, MP. You said a rookie is a first-year player, but you look like you were a seasoned vet out there. Did NBA hoops come easier to you than you expected?
I mean, Jalen and Russ, you guys know this. Nothing about being a professional athlete is easy. Everyone in this league is elite. I just control what I can control, keep my nose to the grindstone, and trust the work.
You hear that, Russ?
Ooh, my boy is smooth.
So smooth.
Smooth off the court as he is on.
Oh, that's how MP gets you. Says all the right things in front of the cameras. But once they're off, woohoo! Take no prisoners.
Well, here we are. Playoffs. At the beginning of this season, a lot of people thought we'd be lucky to win a series or two. Shoot, a lot of people thought we should be happy to be here. But I'm not a lot of people. I'm the guy who pushes you to be the best you can possibly be, and I will tell you right now, the best you can be is champions.
Let's go. Let's go.
I've been around this league a long time, and you are the hardest working group of guys I have ever coached. You're also the most talented group of guys I've ever coached. And when you have that combination, I'm telling you, your wildest dreams can come true. You just need to trust each other and fight for every possession like your life depends on it. It's not going to be easy. It never is this time of year, and I don't care how much success we had during the regular season. That means nothing now. You know what's at stake here? It's immortality, gentlemen. Now go out there and seize it. MP, bring us in.
Let's go out there and win as a team, fellas. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win! Let's go.
This is it.